Hi you guys, it has been like a month since I have last talked to you and seen you and given you kind of an update on how this pregnancy is going, and I can't wait to just jump right into all the things I want to tell you about the last month. So I am now officially 28 weeks pregnant. I had my 28-week checkup and everything with baby is looking so great, and I'm super grateful for that. I'm actually really shocked because when you look at me, my belly looks huge, and everyone asks me, oh my gosh, are you almost there? Like, when's your due date? And when I say I still have 3 months to go, they are shocked. And so when we measured the measurement for my belly and how the growth is looking, I'm at the very edge of the spectrum window. So for example, at 28 weeks, your belly length should be anywhere between 26 and 30, I think it's centimeters. And I was right barely at 26, and my doctor was even like, I am really surprised. Like, she did it twice just to make sure. And I am still under the average for weight gain because I am making up for all the weight I lost in my first trimester because I was so sick. But it's getting better. Every month I'm gaining more and more, which is great. And I feel like my appetite has been through the roof, like exploding right now. I cannot stop eating. My portions are massive. I feel like I'm never full. And my doctor was like, that is great. I want you to keep it up because that means that your body is doing what it needs to do to make up for lost time, basically. So that has been a huge symptom in the last month, is my giant, crazy, wild appetite. I still have not had any significant, like, major cravings like I did with my daughter. I feel like certain times I want more sweets, other times I want more savory. Things like Chinese food or Indian food I've really been enjoying, but I don't feel like I've had a really strong craving for them. They just sound really good to me, and when I eat them I'm like, oh, this tastes amazing. But with my daughter, it was like, that was what I wanted, and if I tried to eat anything other than that, I would get sick. So it's just really interesting and very different this time around. The other thing on the other side has been ice cream. That's something that I'm like, oh, that would just sound so good, but it's not like I have to have ice cream or else I can't eat anything. Very interesting. So a couple other things that I wanted to talk about for what's been going on in the last month. We've done some really fun things. And my second trimester overall, I felt great. At 28 weeks, you are officially in your third trimester. So this last month recap is just kind of wrapping up the end of my second trimester. And overall, I felt really good. I felt like my nausea was super under control. I was able to eat again, and I just overall felt pretty good. I felt like my Braxton Hicks were pretty under control for the most part up until recently, which I'll talk about. But overall, I have been feeling awesome. So we went on a little girls trip. So my daughter and I and my mom and my sister, we went on a girls trip to Huntington Beach, and it was really a time for Denver and I to spend some quality time together, one-on-one, just me and her, and really do something special as like a little mommy and me trip before the baby came. And my sister actually had a conference down there, so we just kind of tagged along with her, and it was the perfect timing. And Denver and I were able to spend a ton of just quality time together. We had so much fun at the beach, at the ocean, at the pool, and I got us matching swimsuits, which I will show you guys. They are the cutest thing ever. They're from Pat, P-A-T, and oh my gosh, you guys, Denver just loved matching mommy, and everyone we saw were like, oh my gosh, you guys are so cute. And it was so much fun just to have that really special memory of going on that vacation, having our little matching swimsuits, and just having that special, unique opportunity and memory for us before life gets really different and before mommy has 2 babies instead of just 1. So I absolutely loved it. There will actually be a link in the description down below and a code for you guys to get a discount if you want to get some yourself. I would highly recommend it. I think it's super fun. I think the kids love it, and so I think I'm going to be doing more than that. I also got Denver a really pretty little dress from Pat that she was able to wear and feel really pretty when we were on our vacation. She's really into dresses right now and feeling like a princess, and so I just liked it that I was able to kind of doll her up a little bit and have that special time with her. Because now that my belly is growing and things are slowly but surely changing, our relationship is already different, which is something that's been kind of hard. So the last few weeks has been pretty emotional for me. I feel like my emotions have just been more sensitive. We've had some really challenging, heavy family things go on that have attributed to that. Like within my extended family, we've had deaths in the family and just some other things that have been really hard to deal with and process. And so being pregnant on top of that, I feel like everything's just a little bit more heightened. So there's definitely been a lot of emotions in the air, and it's getting that way for Denver as well. She's really noticing that there's something in between us now with my belly. Our routines are changing a little bit to kind of accommodate, and I'm slowly trying to do things a little bit differently early on so it doesn't seem like a big shell shock for her that her routine is changing right when the baby's here, and I don't want her to blame the baby. So I'm trying to implement some of those things now so that it doesn't seem like it. But it is kind of just, it's an interesting experience being pregnant with a secondary child because it's hard on the firstborn. So if you have any tips on kind of how to handle that transition, I would love to hear them in the comments down below. But I'm officially in my 3rd trimester now. I'm excited to be here. The baby is moving a ton, and my Braxton Hicks contractions are really starting to ramp up in the last couple weeks. I've noticed that sometimes it's just like a little tightness, but other times it's really intense. And my doctor actually was a little concerned about that because I've had them a lot this pregnancy, and they're now getting to the point where they're pretty consistent. Like every single day I have some type of contraction, and maybe it's 1 a day, maybe it's 5 a day. It totally varies on my activity level, hydration, all of that as well. But because my last pregnancy ended in a miscarriage that was natural, my body miscarried, I didn't have to have any aid in the miscarriage. My doctor said that I'm actually at a higher risk for preterm labor because of that, which I had never heard before. I was unaware of. Obviously, that was my first miscarriage, and so this is my first pregnancy after a miscarriage. But she said she really wants me to keep an eye on the contractions because it can turn into preterm labor even though they're just Braxton Hicks right now. So that's something I'm trying to be extra aware of. I think part of the problem is that I've been feeling really good and I want to give my daughter as much normalcy as I can, so I'm just powering through and being my normal crazy busy active self. And so it's just kind of a lot on my body because sometimes I forget, like, it's a lot of work to grow a human, like to grow a baby, so I need to be aware of that. But overall, I'm excited to be coming closer and closer to the finish line. There's a lot of emotions surrounding having your rainbow baby and anticipating the arrival of a baby that you feel like you've been waiting on for so long. And I feel like that's kind of hit me hard lately. Sometimes I just don't believe that I actually get to bring this baby home. So it's a crazy thing going on in my head, but I'm excited and I'm grateful and I'm ready, and I just can't wait. So thank you guys for joining this update with me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.